I'm afraid of heights. So I'm not necessarily afraid of roller coasters, but roller coasters plus heights do they kind of freak me out. And it's funny because people think, because, you study this stuff and, I've been lucky enough to go around the world and experience a lot of these rides, that I would be totally cool about them. But they're meant to scare you. The big, tall, scary roller coasters, they prey on primal fears of losing control, of, dropping, of suddenly, launching at high speed. So these are all smart things to be afraid of.
So what makes roller coasters intimidating that makes aspiring riders afraid to get on them?
The whole thrill ride experience, they're designed to scare you. But they're not just designed to scare you at the park. It's this whole experience that you start thinking about before you even go to a park. Because when you think of the way these rides are marketed, they're always marketed as this big challenge, this big test. As you're driving to the park, you can see these big rides from a long way away. They're designed to have an intimidating skyline. And they give us a skyline that we recognise as a theme park. So you're sort of getting more and more nervous. And then, when you get to the park and you're waiting in the queue for these rides, oftentimes, they'll swoop through the queue, or they'll go over the top of the heads of people in the queue. Another way to scare you, to sort of amp up the experience. So by the time you're on the ride, you're going crazy, and you really think that you're risking your life by actually going on these rides when, in actual fact, you're not. But it feels like it, and the body certainly reacts as if your life is in danger.
So the Easter show is back on. There wasn't an Easter show last year, so this year might be the year of plenty of people's first time going to all these rides. Is there any advice that you can give to these aspiring riders if they're going to ride in these roller coasters?
To be honest, I've always said, if people are really scared of getting on a ride, don't go on it, because it's meant to be fun, right? And I always say to people, push yourself a bit. So if it's a little taller or, more loops or something than you're comfortable with, but you're willing to give it a go, just push yourself a little tiny bit. But I've seen people, kids in particular, dragged onto rides, and they were terrified. They're absolutely terrified. And I just don't think that's right. So if you want a thrill and you're willing to just push your limits a little tiny bit, I say go for it, because these things are generally extraordinarily safe. If you really don't want to go on it, then do not be pressured by people. Just stand up to the side and hold their bags, because people always want other people to hold their bags.
And is there a ride in the Sydney Royal Easter Show that would be worth recommending?
Well, to be honest, I don't actually know the specifics of the rides at the Royal Show, but in general, a lot of travelling shows they'll have like drop towers. They'll have towers where you spin around on chairs on chains. They're really good. And they also have usually a sort of a suspended pendulum spinning around kind of ride. They're always really good too. So they're the ones that we usually get on. A little drop tower, a little chair, spinning around. I don't know what the actual term is for the ride. All the other ones, which are sort of spinning pendulums, they're always a lot of fun. So yeah, that'd be my top three.